What's up, everybody? It's your boy Stephen J, and I'm here with Simply Steve. And we're talking about wrestling: WWE, WWF, WCW, WF, ECW, AWA, NXT, maybe a little TNA. First brought to you by Bike Riding Sarai 1.1. We did a little bit we went about 50 feet today on a bike for the first time ever. And she did her happy dance. Happy dance. So, we're going to get right into it. Was last week SummerSlams? Royal Rumble? 2 weeks ago, we had the Royal Rumble. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Monday Night Raw this past week. So, first of all, I'm going to give my critique of the Royal Rumble. I was very disappointed. First of all...
Wait. Compared to the last two Royal Rumbles, how was it?
Who won the last two Royal Rumbles?
WrestleMania 30 one was Batista. The one last year was Roman Reigns.
Bautista, boo.
And last year was Roman Reigns.
Boo.
Okay.
All three are like the bottom three because nobody likes Batista. He's that type of wrestler. Oh, he comes back. Like, I want to see him in a Rumble. Yes, but... not him winning it. Nobody's ever made a return, but that's what happens when your best friend is the COO of the company. So, but no one has ever come back after a hiatus and won the Royal Rumble, except for Batista, that I know of. Anyway.
Well, Stone Cold, that time he got hurt. And
That doesn't count. That doesn't count. He was an active member of the roster. They had a great concept of you're going to be the first one in and you're going to defend your title. And if you get thrown out, you lose the title. And whoever. Great concept. Number one, if you did kind of how Stone Cold did in his Rumble appearance, or if you kind of went with Stone Cold when he faced Bret Hart for that first time, and Roman Reigns is fighting and he gets thrown out, maybe, I say, the last five guys. He survives to the last five guys and he just gets thrown out because he's giving it all he's got and he's really giving them a show and he put up a good show, but it's just to no avail. Okay, that would probably be the top Royal Rumble ever, and it had the making of being one of the best because of that one concept. Never has it done before. Love the idea. But, typical WWE fashion, they ruined it. They had the League of Nations come out. They triple team Roman Reigns, and he got pushed back in the stretcher, so he was gone for about 30 minutes, and then all of a sudden, oh my God, look at who's back. Of course, he sat in the chair in the back. Of course. Then he comes back, and then, him, Triple H, and Dean Ambrose. Who was the fourth guy?
Ziggler. No, Sheamus.
Sheamus. And remind me of Dolph Ziggler, okay? And Roman gets put out, okay. And it had a flare when he got thrown out because the crowd was like, yes, he got thrown out. Because the prospect of Dean winning. Everybody wants to see Dean win. And again, I don't know which way they would go with it. Will it be heel or face? Personally, he can go any avenue as long as he doesn't go after the fans. If he doesn't go after the fans, he's fine. I think if he joined the Authority, they'd be all right with it. Nobody'd be like, boo, boo. No, because Dean just has that type of following right now.
I think they would not like him joining the Authority.
I think that he would be fine joining the Authority. They wouldn't say anything.
He'd obviously be fine, but
just
I
don't attack the fans. As long as you don't attack the fans like Ryback did when he turned heel. You stupid! Don't cheer for me, you jerks! But again, they ruined the concept that had the potential to go down in history as one of the matches. And I think they dropped the ball on it. I really do think they dropped the ball on it. Second thing I didn't like about the Royal Rumble was that Jerry the King Lawler was not at the commentator's desk. I'm sorry.
They had the other black guy there.
Byron Saxton sucks. I don't even know who he is. Byron Saxton sucks.
That's why The Rock
Let me
thought
say
of
it
the
one more
other-
time. He sucks. There was no comedy. I mean, JBL gives you a little bit something, but again, Jerry and his jokes or whatever. Again, he just brings life to that because Michael Cole is just boring. JBL is the opposite of the anti-Michael Cole or whatever. And he goes against, if Michael Cole says white, he says black or whatever. He may throw a little joke out there. But Byron Saxton brings absolutely nothing to the table. He is boring. He's boring. And again, that was a turnoff. I even tweeted about it. They need to bring Jerry Lawler back. I got a lot of retweets on that.
Put him back on Raw.
Nah, he's good at SmackDown. I can understand him. They don't want him on Raw and put him on SmackDown. He's good on SmackDown. I'm fine with that. But he was doing the pay-per-views. But now him up in the pre-show with Booker T sucks. I'm glad he's not doing there. Well, you know, GBR and no, shut up, Booker. Shut up. Shut up. What else happened on the Rumble?
Well, obviously, Triple H's 14 time.
So
that was always the plan for Triple H to win and become 14 time.
No, it wasn't. That was never the plan.
Yes, it was.
It was never the plan.
Yes, it was.
It was never the plan.
That was the plan.
No, I'm talking. You said that was their plan, but my point is
I'm
that
talking about for him to Triple H win the Rumble. That was the
okay.
plan.
I'm talking about. I'm
Had
thinking,
Roman Reigns already been over with the fans, then they wouldn't have had to gone that way.
No, Roman Reigns was over with the fans when he was.
They boo him every other week.
No, had Seth Rollins not gotten hurt, they wouldn't have booed him. Why is this like this? This is from y'all. So anyway, had not Seth Rollins booed him, gotten hurt, then he would have been over because he was over at that point. But then Seth Rollins took he ain't drinking enough milk. That's the problem. That's how his leg cracked and went up from under him, whatever. Because he ain't drinking enough milk. You need to drink some milk. And if he got a wife if he got a wife like mine that want to give you skim milk all the daggone time with no nutrients and good fat that you need and stuff like that, shoot.
They ain't got time for no milk.
Please, it's called cartons. It's called 2 liters. It's called half a gallons. They got vending machines with milk in it, something. So then so I was disappointed with the Rumble.
I personally thought the Rumble was okay. Obviously, didn't agree with them taking Roman out. Would have been fine. I think everyone would have been fine if he had stayed and then got eliminated.
Who was the surprise of the night? AJ Styles was the surprise. Yeah, let's talk.
I know Vince and them, they were scared that nobody wasn't going to know who AJ was because no one doesn't know anything about TNA. And,
First of all, let me cut you off right there.
They were worried about that. I know they were.
No, they wasn't. Because AJ Styles was with TNA for the longest time, and TNA was pulling in 1.3 million or a point something. They were pulling in 1 million viewers.
How long
They weren't
was that before
no
one cared?
No, they're still even. Okay, I looked at it not too long ago on Bleacher Report, and they were pulling in 0.7. So that's 700,000 people. So they are pulling in close to 1 million people. So people are watching. No, but I'm talking about the wrestling fan. I ain't talking about Yvette. Yvette, your mother will watch a pay-per-view. Yvette, your mother will watch Raw. If AJ Styles walked in front of your mom, she would have no idea who he is. If The Rock did, she would know The Rock. If Ric Flair did, she would know Ric Flair. But if AJ Styles does, but anyone that's a wrestling fan knows who AJ Styles is. So you can't say that they were worried about nobody knowing. Okay, that you probably heard wrong because again, a wrestling fan knows who AJ Styles is. That's why when he came out, it was like AJ Styles, whatever. Just like a lot of the guys, what's his name, the black dude in NXT. I can't think of his name. He has a pretty cool name. I can't think of his name, but he's an indie guy, just like Daniel Bryan was. So a lot of these guys that you see on TNA, Ring of Honor, Lucha Underground, New Japan, you see them in a lot of these house shows like at, who owns it? Tommy Dreamer owns, Booker T owns in those developmental areas and stuff like that. They have a following. So, I mean, the wrestling fan, the average wrestling fan knows who AJ Styles is because the building erupted when he came out, and he's still getting pretty much a huge pop. I don't know where they're gonna go with him because right now I can't tell if he's being a face.
In a feud with Jericho now.
He's not in the feud with Jericho. They shook hands. He's gonna be in the feud with the Miz.
No, I just got that feeling. That's why he did all that. I don't know. Maybe I just got that feeling. Maybe he is. Maybe he's not. I don't know.
I think he. I mean,
I know Daniel Bryan called him out and was like, "Yo, WB, can you clear me so we can have AJ versus Daniel Bryan?"
WWE said that.
No, Daniel said that. He wanted them to clear him so he could face.
He ain't Daniel. Sit your behind home with your wife with her broke neck.
That's John Cena's girlfriend.
We don't know who that is. They don't know they're twins. We don't know. We don't know. So sit home with her, because WWE is not letting you back. You are a liability. Liability. And WWE is not going to take the chance. See Owen Hart. They're not going to take the chance. Oh, prayers going out to my man Bret Hart. Praying for you, man. God is a healer. I don't care what the doctors say. Isaiah 53:5 says, by his stripes we are healed. 1 Peter says, by his stripes we were healed. Matthew 18:18 says that whatsoever we bind on earth is bound in heaven, and whatsoever we loose on earth is loose in heaven. So we bind in cancer in you, Bret Hart, and we believe it in Jesus' name that you will be healed and have a speedy recovery. What else?
You wanted me to remind you about Ziggler?
Dolph Ziggler had an amazing night this past Monday night against Kevin Owens. Mm-hmm. And my question is, why isn't he a main eventer? Somebody please tell me why he isn't a main eventer.
From what I heard.
And was the match good?
Yeah, the match was good.
He sold it.
Every time he gets in the ring, he puts on a good match.
Okay, so why isn't he a main eventer?
Because, from what I heard, every time they try and give him main event status or gave him the world title, he always got hurt.
Okay, that was ages ago. He's not, who's off in, he ain't Kevin Nash.
They gave him the title twice, and, the first time, that was...
The first time he had a pretty good run with Vicky.
Well, he only had the title for like a minute now. When he won the world title, by cashing money in the bank against Del Rio, he got hurt. He got a concussion or something like that. So, by the time he came back, they gave him back to Del Rio.
Okay, but I think he's well deserved. I mean, I agree with what Shawn Michaels said. Stop imitating me and take me or take it to something that you do. I mean, but
imitating him how? Because a lot of people use the super kick.
Okay, not the super kick, but if you look at Dolph Ziggler's entrance, first of all, he's finally going to his natural hair color versus the bleached blonde. Okay, I think he should go back to the bleached blonde. Okay, that's what Shawn Michaels did, and stop following in Shawn. Okay, stay with Ric Flair if you do anything, but his entrance coming in is kind of like HBK. Other than him doing the thing when you get in the ring like that, like HBK does, he doesn't do that, but still, pretty much his whole entrance is HBK-ish. His in-ring performance is HBK-ish, throwing over the ring and him flipping back, him being on his back, flipping up. That's all HBK-ish. And Shawn said it. Stop imitating me and take it to the next level and be yourself. And I think that's one of the reasons why they haven't doing it. But the man is like the best thing they got in wrestling right now. And the fact that, he hasn't won a title, and I said this the last time we did the show. Why hasn't Bray Wyatt won a title? But you gonna give Kevin Owens a title. Kevin Owens does not deserve a title over Bray Wyatt. And I do not want to see Bray Wyatt versus Brock Lesnar. That just doesn't sell. It doesn't sell.
I'm hearing it's either going to be Brock or it's going to be Braun. And I darn sure don't want to see him versus Braun Strowman.
No, Braun is going. It looks like he's going to be feuding with the Big Show. By the way, Big Show and the red beard guy, Aaron, what's his name? Eric Rowan. Not a very good match because they big and slow. The Big Show was big slow with big slow, big red Aaron. And they just, no. I mean, him and Braun, that might be interesting, similar between him and Mark Henry and all that, but him and that was not a good match. But Dolph Ziggler, what's wrong? What did he do? I don't know where Ryback. I think he got fired. There's a new group out. Who?
The Social Outcasts?
Yeah. I don't know what to say about them. They're trying to be New Day-ish.
No, they're.
But they're not.
What was his last group called? 3-man band.
3-man band.
3MB.
That was
They're 3MB.2. That's what they are. They're just giving him another group.
Okay, but again, it didn't work with 3MB. 3-man band. That was stupid. This is trying to be a comedy routine for. Well, first of all, Kirk Hennon's son just better be glad that he still got a job. First of all, McGillicuddy, he just better be happy that he got a job. So, I'll take that. I like Adam Rose. I really did. They're rosebuds. But I don't really like him. Believe, never was a believer in him. I think they need to send him back to NXT to get a new identity whatsoever. And matter of fact, I think they can do something where he comes out as something as the anti Bray Wyatt, because they're brothers, and like he's like, I'm darker than you and I'm gonna have my own crew or whatever. I don't know. I think that would work if he did. The Believers or whatever. So what else happened on Raw?
Oh yeah. So at Fastlane, it's gonna be a triple threat. Obviously, between Brock, Roman, and Dean. Obviously, Roman will win because Brock's going into feud with the Wyatt family.
Well, that doesn't make sense because Bray came out a few weeks ago. Anyone but Roman. That's what he said. Anyone but Roman.
Well, they all ganged up when they threw him out the Rumble. So
I understand they did that for everybody, but he says anyone but Roman. So again, and here's the other stupid thing about the Rumble. You have 3, or is it 4? 3 people of the Wyatt family in there. Did anyone forget about the old Royal Rumble rules? That if you were in there with your buddy, we jumping some people, we eliminating people like the Acolytes did back in the day, like Edge and Christian did. What was the Triple H, Randy Orton, Evolution did. I mean, come on. The 4 Horsemen did. All the factions did it. Nation of Domination. Well, no, the Nation of Domination was stupid. They didn't do it. They were fighting each other. But these guys were fighting like each other, whatever, versus like that could have made it more better.
Fighting. They were working together. It's just
they weren't working together.
They were. It's just you didn't really notice. And then by the time Bray was like way in the back,
Bray came and they were all out of the match.
Brock had been eliminated by then.
Again, that's my point. They wasn't working together to make it more interesting. Or like the Corporation with The Rock when he was joining them or whatever. Again, they had an opportunity to do something, make a splash, and they just didn't. So again, that just kind of like soured it for me. So the triple threat match between Roman, Brock, and Dean.
I mean, if it wasn't so obvious, I would like to see Brock versus Triple H again.
I want to see Dean. I want to see Dean. Give that man a shot. Give him a shot. I mean, Dean, I gotta say, when it comes down to it, he delivers. And again, all I go back to is when he beat Seth Rollins that day on Raw. Was it Raw or was it a pay-per-view? It was a pay-per-view. And he beat Seth Rollins and everybody went off. Yeah, before they reversed it. And everybody went off. People on Facebook were posting when Dean first came to WWE and whatever, he was with this, whatever group it was. No, he was in WWE before that. Yeah, he was in WWE before that. He was like a nobody or whatever. Like, remember when Dolph Ziggler was part of the Spirit Squad?
He was Nikki.
Yeah. So, so what else?
I don't know anything else. It's all the news. I mean, Triple H is champ. I mean, the triple threat. Royal Rumble's over. AJ Styles is here.
I think they're trying to. So when is Samoa Joe coming over to NXT? Because AJ Styles skipped NXT.
Didn't have to be. Oh, sorry. What's his name?
Skipped NXT, but Samoa Joe had to go there, and he was feuding with Finn Balor for the title, and he didn't win it. But
I believe AJ Styles is bigger than Samoa Joe.
I think no, the AJ Styles and Samoa Joe are about the same.
Well, from what I heard, they said. I mean, they already got Roman and the Usos there. So that's like 3 Samoans. I heard they don't.
Okay.
I heard they didn't want too many Samoans on the road.
Where you you get your information from?
That's back when he first came.
That's racist.
That's back when he first.
We got 3 Samoans,
and occasionally the
and
Rock
we don't
comes.
and we don't want one more. What?
That's what I heard. Well,
You know how many
that's
Samoans
back
has
when
been
he
in the
first.
WWE? Alpha Ansika, the Tonga Kid, Rikishi, The Rock, Jimmy Snuka.
They all wasn't there at the same time.
Okay, but still, the Samoans were in there. What forgot who? King Haku. Look him up on wrestling. For some reason, he's always preaching in the ring. And don't forget about what's the guy named from Russia? Rusev. He's from Samoa. He's black. He's
From
black.
Bulgaria.
He is not from Bulgaria. That fool is from Samoa. Look at the hair. Look at the skin tone. Look at the face. They all look alike. They all got the same features whatsoever. So how dark he is and stuff like that. Look at Rusev. He is black. He's a black Samoan. He's related to The Rock someday. They just ain't saying it yet because they still trying to go with the Russian angle. But please, he don't wear any shoes like the Samoans.
Yes, he does.
No, he don't.
Yes, he does.
He ain't had none on Monday. He ain't had none on the last pay-per-view.
He wears shoes because he don't want to break his ankle again.
He ain't wear shoes because there's a lot of glass. So I'm looking for Dean to win at Fastlane. They need to get rid of Fastlane and bring in one another. Like I said, I keep calling for them to bring it to WCW pay-per-view or whatever. We're not seeing. Who's going to the Hall of Fame? Sting is.
All we know right now is Sting.
Oh, so they didn't start doing that yet. But I think that's what else happened. New Day.
It's the champs.
Still champs. They're actually getting boring. They're actually getting boring now. I'm sorry, but their antics are kind of like they need a new gimmick now. They need to start doing something new.
Well, once they
because Booty is this, that, and the other.
They can throw it in with Booty, but that's about it.
I think they need to lose to the Dudleys to like shake up the tag team division. The WWE is not doing justice to like guys with talent. They're doing everything. Drew McIntyre. They're Drew McIntyring a lot of wrestlers. Case in point in the tag team division is the
New Day's the only good thing in the tag team division.
Who was the tag team I liked? They were in NXT. What was their name? They with Cody Rhodes now.
Oh, the Ascension.
The Ascension. Great tag team. They're ruined because of that. Look at Aaron Neville. He turned into a cartoon character. He's his Gravity 5 forgot and whatever. He's a cartoon character now. Who else? They're trying to turn Sin Cara into Rey Mysterio. The Ultimate Underdog or Kalisto into Rey Mysterio.
It's worked so far. He's been better off without Sin Cara. Like Cesaro got better off without Tyson Kidd.
Okay, well, again, I kind of miss Cesaro too, but who else? Prince Pretty, he needs to go back because his gimmick, he has nobody to feud with now. Since his little dumb thing with Dolph, he has nobody to feud with. I think the problem is they got like too many faces. Too many heels versus not enough faces or whatever to feud with guys. So I think you got to be like my guy, and he's still hanging in there. But what does he do? Zack Ryder. What does he do?
He's on NXT when he partners up with, I don't even know his name, but their tag team name is called the Hype Bros.
The Hype Bros.
Hype Bros.
I'm about to say something. That's just stupid. That's just stupid. The Hype Bros. Is that what he's really? Again, he's on NXT.
He only had that one.
Hopefully,
little thing before.
Woo. You know, okay, but look what he did. He generated his own fandom with his little Facebook thing and his Facebook title, social media champion, and everything like that. And he got a Intercontinental title, and he generated his own fan base. Man, I gotta give it to him. Who else? Poor Ryback. I feel sorry for him. He's just forgotten. Nobody's feeding him anymore. Anything. I still think they need to keep him face. Who else?
Well, he hasn't got anything except feeding me more. That's all he got.
Let's see. I think a lot of these NXT guys are pushing a lot of the other guys out. And if you can pay a guy 20,
Wait for Finn Balor to come up.
if you can pay a guy $50,000, and not pay Ryback $100,000. Please, I'm going with the $50,000 guy that's going to give me what they're giving me. So that's about it. Lucha Underground just started up. I missed it already. I think it started tonight or yesterday. But this season is started up again, so I wanted to see what's the name left, or didn't he have a contract? But I think that's about it. I mean, John Cena's out, thank God. Cesaro's out. That's a
That would have been a
shame.
great match with Undertaker.
What?
That was the only match that he had left.
Man, why are you still bringing up the Undertaker again?
No. You saying Cena was hurt, and I'm saying you brought up Cena, and I'm like, well, I'm saying that would have been a great match with him because that's what it was going to be.
Nobody wants to see that.
Yes, they would.
Nobody wants
You
to see that.
can't include your opinion.
Nobody
over
wants to
everybody
see
else.
that. Nobody wants to see the
They would've seen
Undertaker
it.
and John
They
Cena.
would have
No,
wanted to see that.
Undertaker Sting. Yeah, there you got a little
They're
interest
never
there.
gonna do that. Sting
So-
done. Sting's done.
Yeah, he's 60. He's done. His neck is broke now, and he got the flu,
When
and
you go into the Hall of Fame, that means you're done.
he got a cold. That is not true.
How many people have been in the Hall of Fame and then they still wrestle? I mean,
Ric Flair.
okay, that one match, and then TNA don't count.
No. Ric Flair was in the Hall of Fame, and he still wrestled.
He wrestled against Shawn Michaels and lost, and then that was it.
No, his last match, but he's still been in some wrestling match. Jerry the King Lawler, still wrestling before he had a heart attack in the ring or
So
on
he's
the
wrestling no
thing.
more.
Okay, he'll die, so we don't want that to happen. So I think that's about it. So, but I wanted to get that out about Rumble. I'm very disappointed. Still ain't a little too happy about Raw. Somebody needs to step up.
It was good.
I think
A couple weeks
Ziggler.
ago, when The Rock was there, that was awesome, obviously.
Yeah, when The Rock showed up, yeah, that was pretty cool. But it takes The Rock and Vince McMahon to bring the ratings up. As a matter of fact, they said the ratings were the highest in a long, long time because of The Rock, what he did and all that show. So, all right, so for Stephen J. and for Simply Steve, we are done talking about wrestling. Peace.